ultimately, this is all you need. Be your everything, and I'll be your everything. Still too soon to feel, please just say it's real. More than just a thrill, not just in it for the thrill. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're bursting on my mind, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, cause love it needs to touch it. You're bursting on my mind, babe, let me tell you something. I'm in it for the love, I'm in it for the love, I'm in it for the love, I'm in it for the love.
Hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Coins Monster. What's up, guys? How you all doing today? Alright, you'll have to excuse me. I have a bit of a cold, and I really didn't want to come on live, but situation is a bit dire, so to put it. So, alright, guys. As usual, type in number 1 if you can hear me okay, and my screen is clear enough for you. Alright, we'll get started in just a jiff. Alright, so the market kind of had something planned for us. Okay, and it wasn't pretty. Right, we can all see that. Right now, I stress every single time the value of kind of studying the bigger picture. Okay, you all know me, you watch my channel, you watch my live streams or my updates on the videos. I like the bigger picture idea, okay, and I like safer trades. Now, in the Telegram group that I asked you to join, I did mention that you should be making a plan, okay, for Mario, and market is ready to move to the upside. It wasn't yet, but you should be making a plan. Now, that means, of course, you will not be in any trades. Now, when I saw something different, I did ask my people to kind of be wary of just dollar cost averaging, just buying every single dip they see, okay? Now, this is the reason why. The uncertainty can catch you by a massive surprise. Okay, by a massive surprise. Now, I will not get into deep details, and we're not going to discuss the political issues that are going across the globe. Okay, it's not my thing to do so, and quite frankly, politics just kind of riles me up. So, but what I did see something in common in between every single news channel that I followed. This has been in the works for quite some time, and this is why I put that Bitcoin was secretive in live stream title a few weeks back. Okay, just couldn't figure it out, since I'm no market maker, I cannot guarantee there's always going to be something secretive, but it just wasn't looking pretty. Hey, look, the secret is out. Alright. But you know what? Good news is we were ahead of time. We protected our capital and we stuck together. And that is the most important thing. Okay, we stick together and we understand what the market makers will do if we don't pay attention. Okay, so thank you for coming, for sticking with me. And now we're going to look at the updates, what to do in the markets, where it can go, and how the global economy will play a role in cryptocurrencies. Alright. Okay, so first off, I'm going to say hi to the people in the group. So Brett, thanks for coming, buddy. Sports Guru, haven't seen you in a while, man. Thanks for popping in. Eddie, always here supporting. Guys, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And let's see what we can do in the charts. Alright, so what do we got on Bitcoin? Crazy uncertainty is what we got on Bitcoin. Okay, crazy uncertainty. Now, I did project in the last stream, I don't know if you guys remember, I did say if Bitcoin drops and it does not hold 37k, I would not negate the possibility of 34. Okay, it hit 34.5. Okay, it hit 34.5 right on the dot. So now that's done. It's still uncertain. Okay, now it's uncertain because we have a global issue at hand, right? So war is never good for any business, and cryptocurrency is a business. Okay, so as stocks, anything that basically that makes you money, anything capitalist is a business, and war is not good for it. Now the only things that are going up are the commodities. Okay, so you got the gold, you got the silver, they're both going up, right? Now I'm going to dive into those first, and we're going to take a look at those because these are important aspects. So every single time that gold goes up, Bitcoin drops. Every single time the dollar goes up, Bitcoin drops. Now here's the thing though, and pay attention, okay? Pay close attention what I'm about to show you. And this is the thing that's kind of fishy and something that I do not like, and that is why I'm saying it's uncertain. Alright. First, take a look at this massive wick of gold. Okay, of course the daily close will tell us more, but look at this. Look at this. 3% rise. And look how quick people are taking profits. 2.5% profits from that 3.37% rise. I mean, what the hell? Right? Now, this is a huge candle. It's a huge candle. Now, if gold is bullish, it will definitely do some retest. Okay, it might take a day, it might take two, because it's the charts. Charts play the same way. Nothing breaks out without having a successful retest. If it does, it will do exactly what Bitcoin just did. It broke out of the pattern and then bam, huge crash. Okay, so we got to pay attention to these things. Now, what was fishy really is the dollar. Now, when I looked at the dollar, look at this. It went up at the same time as Bitcoin. Alright? It went at the same time as Bitcoin. Now, hold on one second. 26 jet. Look. It's just a huge correlation, okay? Huge correlation. Now, when the dollar was going up, Bitcoin was dropping. That's basically what happens every single time, right? It's just people to go back and take profits into the dollar and stuff like that. But this is quite uncertain to me. It's unsettling. And that's the reason why it's unsettling, because they're both going up at the same time, right? Either it means that people are not sure and they will not be investing any money in any sort of markets, or they'll just be taking profits on gold and just trading the commodities. In either way, it's not good for the markets. So that's one thing. Right now, I did post a chart on gold. I was just trying to test some theories. Now, it is a double bottom, but this is a very, very strong critical level. Now, gold is a hedge that has stood the test of time in the times of war. Okay, Bitcoin hasn't, so I highly doubt that Bitcoin will be a hedge against war. Okay, it's not ready yet. Unless everything changes and it goes from physical currency to digital fully, Bitcoin will not be a hedge against gold. And that's just a simple fact. Okay, because the currency basically needs to disappear for gold to be considered as, Bitcoin to be considered as gold, as in hedge. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. Alright, for as long as you can measure the currencies with the dollar, I don't think it's gonna be a possibility that Bitcoin is gonna become a hedge. Alright, which means that everything is hypothetical, everything is speculative, and you gotta make your entries right, you gotta take your profits and just walk away. Okay, just walk away. If the plan doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Hey, look, tomorrow is another day, we'll focus. Right now, this is, to be honest, this to me is unsettling on gold. Okay, this is highly unsettling on gold. It's a one massive candle on the day. Maybe the gold will break out after a day or two, we don't know. Okay, we just have to kind of wait and watch. We have to wait and watch. But it does look a little bit bullish. It just I need to see it break above the critical level of 2000, and then only then it can just kind of go to the upside. And if that happens, if that happens, it's not good for the markets, guys. It's definitely not good for the markets. Now, I have been trying to study what is going to happen with gold. Okay, now it's a bit tricky because we gotta find a pattern that fits onto gold. Okay, it might be doing a double top at this very moment. Okay, like it did last time in 03. It went from 08. It went all the way up for 3 years, non-stop rising. It can take 3 years to go, or this war is so bad that all the previous work that it did in 3 years is gonna do in 1. Okay, which I highly doubt is possible, because gold right now it's a great commodity and it's a hedge against everything, pretty much, inflation, war, whatever you want to call it. But if we do go to war, this is going to fly and pretty bad to the upside. Okay, and it's not going to stop. And we're talking about non-stop rise all the way up to approximately 3000s, which is about 60% rise or 55% rise. Okay, not saying it cannot happen in a couple of years when inflation is through the roof and the markets are going down, but if this breaks out and the situation is so bad in the world that this is going to break higher fairly quickly. Okay, so we are in a tricky situation, and we cannot just wait and make the trades with emotions and just be desperate to make some money. Right now at this point, it's too late for longs, it's too late for shorts. Sorry, it's too early for longs and it's too late for shorts. Okay, so be patient. The markets will tell a different story. Right? It will definitely tell us a different story. Now, I've been working on a theory on Bitcoin, and it could be just this theory right here. Okay, I have relied onto a fractal from 2018 on Bitcoin. Now this is one of the things that I was taught by one of the experts, and he pinpointed this exact fractal, right? Which played out. This fractal from 2018, it played out. But the drop that Bitcoin is having now, it's a lot deeper than what happened in 2018. Okay? So, what I am guessing, which I have to guess, there is no other thing to do because we've never been in this situation. Okay? What I am guessing right now is with the inflation being so high and with the geopolitical issues that are going on right now, this drop has to be deeper than the previous one in 2018 for the retracement to be successful. Okay? Now, one thing is for sure, and this makes total sense to me. If Bitcoin has to drop in a straight line all the way back down to whatever it wants to drop to, 10k, 15k, it's not going to do in a straight line. Okay, if they drop it that fast, no single person is going to believe in Bitcoin. Okay, because it just means it opens the floodgates. It can go easily back to 3000s, 2000s. Okay, so it's not going to happen in a straight line, which means if you're stuck in some trades, you wait for a lovely bounce, which is called an oversold bounce, like we had this 30-40% bounce in the entire market. You get out of your positions. Okay, you don't sell in a panic, but you sell in a healthy oversold bounce retracement, and you get out. Okay, that's how you trade the psychology of the market. When people are panicking, you buy the dip, but only to get out. You don't just buy the dip to say, oh look, he said it's going to 53k. No, I said it's going to 53, 55k because that's where the TA put it. But now that we have a whole new sentiment in the world, not just the market right here in cryptocurrency, in the entire world, things have changed. We don't know where it's going to bounce from because there is no data previously to support the hypothesis. Okay, so the best thing to do is just keep this little structure in mind, this one right here, and you wait for an oversold bounce, you get out. Okay, and then you wait, see what the market does. If it's looking healthy, then you can go back and trade. Yoda's my man. How you doing, dude? Alright guys, one more thing. Tomorrow on the live stream, I have invited Yoda and he's kindly accepted the offer. Okay, so we will be discussing market sentiment, trader sentiment, strategies that you can apply, how to be an efficient trader, whether the market is going out to the upside or to the downside, how to read the charts, and how to trade the charts. Okay, and by that I mean you ignore whatever is going outside and watching 50 videos trying to find an answer on what to do. You just study the charts and you focus. Yoda is a brilliant trader, okay, and he will be able to provide some insight, and I would love for you guys to get that insight. Okay, so stay tuned and definitely watch the live. I know most of you are working, so if you can rewatch the stream, it would be great, but it's gonna be an awesome time. Alright, so now that we've looked at Bitcoin from 2018, what it did, okay, I want to jump into here. This fractal right here that I'm playing with is the same fractal that happened in May, June, and July. Okay, and this fractal I think can play out. Okay, and this is the reason why I kind of posted in the group to be careful with the buys. And what we are doing now, rating to see where this lands and how this lands. Okay, now people are gonna say buy the dip because it's a great idea and the future is gonna be great. Yeah, but you gotta think for yourself. Okay, what is your portfolio looking like? Where do you see your portfolio in the 5 years? And most importantly, what if the market turns and it goes against you? Will you be able to see your portfolio in the red 80 to 90% down and be ready to hold it for the next years? That question is the one important you should be asking yourself. Okay, so you buy the dip in the right conditions of the market. You never buy the dip solely for the purpose of buying the dip. Okay, no matter what anyone says. Okay. Jackie, thanks for coming. I hope your Zumba class was good. Yeah, I really hope everyone is surviving as well. You do the best, try to keep people informed, and many people were kind of aware of the situation, so thankfully no one took insane number of trades or just stuck holding something that is not gonna fly anytime soon. Alright, so this is the fractal idea that I'm working on. Okay, now once again, we need to see where Bitcoin bottoms and how it bounces. The next bounce and the next bottom, as in the double bottom, will give us a signal as to where Bitcoin is going. Okay, this is just the fractal theory, so I'm not giving you the exact price, just giving you the exact idea. Okay, now how personally I would look to trade is this. I wait for this to bottom. Okay, let's say hypothetically this is the bottom for Bitcoin, 34k. Okay, now we wait. If it bounces all the way back to 37, great, but there's gonna be another drop. Okay, why? Because it has to find its bottom, confirm its bottom. Okay, so if it drops again, and if it drops only towards 35k, it holds, then it's going to range. Okay, and that is what I'm looking for. Personally, I like to trade the higher lows or the confirmation lows. Now this is the reason why I posted that you should be careful and not go after any trades just for the sake of trading it, because there was a confirmation low. Okay, there was no confirmation low. This low was a confirmation, this high was a confirmation that Bitcoin was going to keep moving up for that trade. Okay, not the fact that Bitcoin had the strength to go to 55. Okay, and as soon as there was this double top right here with heavy rejection and the wick pressure to the upside, it was signal that it was going to drop. And this is the area where we get the confirmation low. Okay, this is the higher time frame confirmation low that we need. Now, thought came to me suddenly today, and I'm thinking it is possible that with Bitcoin, the fact that it was so secretive, okay, there might be a theory that this war issue or this geopolitical issue is just an excuse to kind of force the drop on Bitcoin so it can find its bottom fairly quicker. Okay, and it might just be a distraction. We'll know more in a couple of days. So let's say if Bitcoin drop holds and it plays out this fractal, okay, then it's just a distraction. But since it's a global issue and there are no certainties in the market, we be patient. Okay, we be patient. And if this fractal plays out exactly the same way as it did before, we're looking at a lot more extended time than I initially thought. Okay. Now, I'm still projecting Bitcoin to go to 55k for that idea to be negated, it has to break $28,500 level. Once that broken, there is no way this cycle is going back all the way up to 55k. Okay, it will take good months, maybe even a year for that to happen, right? So we have to wait and see where we land and how we land, actually, most important thing. Hey Carl, thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, the 1% crew is here today. I love it. Alright, so Bitcoin dominance. Still sitting there. And it's still looking a bit bullish, to be honest. Now, it has a little bit of strength. I did say there's a chance it breaks out of this bullish pattern and kind of extends the bearish divergence. Okay. So we have to wait because now everything depends on Bitcoin. So we kind of have to wait. Right? And that's basically what dominance represents. So we gotta be patient on this thing. And we just have to be sure that this does not turn into a bullish reversal pattern like Bitcoin did. Oop, not that one. Alright. That's what we gotta be. That's what we gotta be sure of. Okay. Let's hope it breaks down. If it doesn't, then this is a bullish reversal pattern for dominance. And it's just gonna range here for a while. Instead of dropping, it's just go back to the upside. And that will only happen though if Bitcoin kind of drops all the way down to 28,000. Right? Oh, CP, my man. Okay, so let's see what you got here. Breaking news. Russia ready to negotiate with Ukraine, Kremlin. Okay, Russia demands that Ukraine refuse to allow any weapons to be deployed in the country and guarantee that they will remain neutral, not join NATO. Oh well, that is up for discussion on a number of reasons. Oh man, politics, man, it's the worst kind of evil, to be honest. Just never know with politics, do you? Oh well, let's just pray, for people, and let's just pray that. All right, we'll take a second, okay? I'm gonna mute, and we'll take a second. And I don't like moments of silences, okay? They're just. I'm not a big fan. Let's pray and let's hope for the best and wish them the best for people in Ukraine so they can stay safe. No kids have to die or lose their parents. All the worst kind of scenarios come out in war. So let's just pray every single person is safe and this thing ends. Well, if it were up to me, I would just end it in a second. So wherever it has to end, the sooner the better. Okay, so pray with me, guys. Pray with me. Alright, let's go with USDT dominance. Alright, so here we go. It ended up doing exactly what was projected, a break to the upside. Okay, it refused to come down. Now, this is one of the reasons why I did not feel comfortable posting big number of trades. Okay, and this goes up, there is no way the market is going to go up 50, 60, 70%. Okay, unless it's being pumped, which we will hardly know. We're no market makers. So we gotta wait for this thing to drop. Okay, Oh, by the way, that news that CP just posted in the comment section, it kind of fits with the distraction theory. Okay, so let's just see. Let's just wait and see what happens. But unless this dominance of USDT starts to drop, market is not going to move to the upside, and we need this to kind of drop. Okay, and that's just a fact. That's just a fact. Unless this thing is done, unless it has to, for me personally, it has to break 4% this pattern to the downside before I can start posting good trades, or just any trades for that matter. Okay, I need to see that happen, because this might be a fake out, but it might have to come down and retest to get some more support before it breaks to the upside even more. So I want to avoid that. Once this 3.93% level is broken, it's good to go more to the downside. And alright, so that is what is going to happen. Okay, and we'll take a look at the SP 500, the Dow Jones, and alright, look. Oh man, what happened to my previous drawing? Ah, crap. It went down. Alright, so basically for the previous drawing, what I did was something like this. Okay, not exactly to new all-time highs, but that is what I was expecting. Okay, a little bit more drop to the upside, do a double bottom, and then go. Okay, that is what I was expecting on the SP 500, because like I said, nothing will drop in a straight line, because if it does, it's not going to stop. Okay, it's not going to stop. Now, well, the one thing you gotta understand why it won't stop is, look at this. This is insane. This is insane. It goes all the way back to year 70s. Okay, and look at this. This is no joke. It's been on a parabolic run since the year 70s, man. Actually goes beyond that, days beyond that, to 1920s. We've never been in the bear market. We've never been in the bear market. The stock market has not been in a bear market ever. And that's scary. Okay, it's not gonna, if it breaks down, you gotta understand this won't stop here. This won't stop here, nor it will stop in here. It will go straight back down, and I would estimate it comes back down all the way to about 800 points. If they break it down in one single candle, that's how far it will go. Okay, that's why they can't do it. So they need all these reasons, geopolitical issues, like what we're seeing now. Oh, the gold broke out. Oh, it did that. That's the reason why. That's basically what market makers do. Okay, they have a plan. They stick to this plan. Okay, look, we can push SP 500 to all the new all-time highs. Okay, parabolic run. Okay, we can't do that. Okay, we'll create a geopolitical issue. Or we'll do this. We'll do that. Guys, basic reason. If you know how to read the charts, you'll understand. Okay, this is not healthy at all. Okay, this is not healthy. So if you're looking to buy stocks, personally, I'm not a big fan to buy into the stock market right now. I'm not buying when all these politicians or, well, people in Congress, and, well, let's just say politicians, they're selling. Okay, I'm not buying. Okay, I'm not buying here, saying, oh, okay, we got a nice price. Facebook is at about 200. Let's buy it. It's going to go to 800. No, it's going to come down. I'm not buying. I'm not investing when these whales are selling. Okay, I'm not trading that oversold bounce. Okay. Now, one thing that I do want you to know is this. Now, the reason why I expect the double bottom on the SP 500 and another push to the upside, okay, there is a phase that comes after a Wyckoff distribution. Okay, this is Wyckoff distribution. Right, this is Wyckoff distribution. Now, once this breaks down, this is what happens, right? Retail traders, I'm going to move this right in here. Retail traders see this as return to normal phase. Okay, now this is where you get out, not where you buy. Okay, and why do I say this? Why retail traders? They will not understand the fact that this stock market has not been in a bear market since 1920s. Since the Great Depression, it has not been in the bear market. And bear markets are necessary, right? It has not been. This range right here is just a consolidation phase. It's not as scary as what is about to come on this thing, right? So guys, if you're holding any stocks, keep this in mind. Okay, you know what to do. You trade stocks, but keep this in mind. All right. Now, return to normal phase. At this stage, what will happen if the SP 500 goes up? It will pull Bitcoin with it, and that is the phase I'm waiting for. Okay, that is the phase I'm waiting for. That's the reason why I said I projected Bitcoin to go to 55k. Now, yeah, I will admit there is a possibility that Bitcoin does not even hit 55. It just might crash, break down from 50. Sorry. But you know what? At least it went to 50. Okay, we got a nice healthy retracement. Okay. So, but this has to happen. Otherwise, there is no point in trading. Nobody will ever in their lives go into trading. Okay. So watch for this trade, okay? Watch for this. Now, after doing some analysis with the Fibonacci's, 3,800 points, 3,500 points. I see these two as critical levels for a nice bounce on the SP 500. Okay, it might just kind of do in the short term. Okay, a bit more damage, but the bounce will be strong enough for Bitcoin and the stock market to rally up and eventually give us an exit point. Alright, so that's why I'm not selling my holds in panic, and I will be waiting for a bounce. I don't know where that is though. No one does, and that's why I said there is a possibility that this war issue might just be a distraction. Okay, so wait, this might just drop enough hard, fast enough. Sorry guys, 1 second. I'm gonna get a sip of water. Okay. Yeah, so this war issue might just be a distraction for it to drop it fast enough and create enough panic so whales can have their buy orders filled in here. Okay, when people, and make people FOMO. Okay, now we have something that people did not have in the Great Depression, or even in the year 70s and 80s and 90s when the recession was hit, is the internet. Okay, people are schooling themselves. Okay, you got this YouTube channel, you got another 1,000 YouTube channels just posting video on how to trade and how to learn, okay, how to use the Fibonacci. So people are not stupid, right? So they just not the retail trade. We are all still retail traders, and the simple fact is we're not market makers. Okay, we don't know when someone's going to create a political issue and the stock market will dump. Okay, but people are smart and they're getting smarter, so they need those issues to play it like that, to play with our psychology. right? So we have to be a little bit of conspiracy theorists to understand that there might be something coming, okay? And if this does not return to normal phase, then it just practically goes down in a straight line, and there is no point to trading, there is no point to anything. Okay, there is no point, because no one in their right minds will ever put money in the stock market looking at that red wick. Okay. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. So we got the same thing here. Okay, we did project around the top. Now this projection may have to play out a little bit lower than it was supposed to, but okay, so weekly we still have a bit of sell pressure. The daily we still has a bit of way to go. Now, geopolitical issues aside, I'm gonna read the chart. Okay, political issues aside, we're gonna read the chart. Now this, to me, with the ADX pointing up, it has to come down. This is getting weaker. There might be a little bit more downside, to be honest. Okay, in the short term there might be a little bit more downside, which means we gotta be more patient. Alright, we gotta be more patient. So what to do next? Well, first I'm gonna remove everything here. I'm just gonna write. Okay, first you make a plan and exit the trades or the coins that you do not want to hold. Okay, so make sure that the next bounce is strong and you get out. Okay, and these will be most likely the coins that have already done a 60x, 13,000%, or whatever. Okay, the bigger the percentage gains already on the coins, you get out. And you get out of the coins that have been disappointing. Okay, like Link, for example. And SNX, definitely one of the coins that has been disappointing, so do think about SNX. Alright, do think about SNX. Now, I have talked about Link here on the channel. Okay, and whenever I posted a call on Link, I have said wait for the market to bounce and look for the accumulation zone to be between $17 and $20. Now, if you go back a couple of streams, I did mention that I do not want to touch Link personally if it doesn't hold $17 to $20 range. Okay, and I don't want to do it because I don't trust it. And just the other day we were talking that it might even come down here to about $8 level. Now imagine if there is a little bit more downside on the market. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes back down here to $8. So why the hell would I want to buy at 17 and 20 just to accumulate when the market conditions are not right? Okay, so that's what I mean. You just make a plan first to exit the coins that you do not want to hold, and make sure these coins either have done a huge percentage or they've been disappointing. Okay, the more liquidity you have, the easier it will be to trade the market when it's in the right conditions. Even if it's an oversold bounce, you will get oversold bounces in a downtrend. That's a fact, right? That's because the charts tell us to. Look at this. This is a clear-cut downtrend on Link, right? Look at this percentage right here, 185%, and then it came back down, 85%. Oversold bounce, 60%. Another oversold bounce, a trade which I posted, by the way, 40%. The more liquidity you have, the more advantage you can take of the market, no matter what the conditions are. But if you stick with a plan, you will be successful. Okay. Now, I'm not a big fan of listening to people say, oh look, by the dip Bitcoin is very low. You know what? Bitcoin may be low. Is it healthy though? That's my question. Is it healthy? Well, Bitcoin dominance says no. USDT dominance says no. Gold says no. The dollar index says no. So will I be buying every single couple of $100 dip on Bitcoin? The answer is no. Okay. Ask yourself a bunch of questions. Do you want to go through the choppiness of Bitcoin? Will you be able to take that stress? No. Okay. Is there, even if you can, should you and do you want to? Personally, no. Okay. Personally, no. I'm not interested in a 3% move. I'm interested in the 30+% move. Right now, I don't see it. I will not take any trades. Right. These are the things that I personally look at on this channel. You all know me. And for the newcomers, especially one guy in the group, he just came in today asking to learn how to read the market. So, as I said in the previous stream, I will be giving tutoring sessions, right? And I will teach you how to study all these things. Most importantly, the price action. To me, that is key. Okay? And price action will determine what the indicators will look like. I don't want you to make a bunch of patterns, draw a bunch of lines, and just say, okay, we'll work out this way. No, it doesn't. But the market sentiment, the market structure, the entire global issue, the macro, it all works. Okay, it all plays an important role. And today and yesterday with the news, you all know it's true. Okay, so what I'm going to give you is this. Okay, so my tutoring lessons. My opinion, you only need 10 lessons, okay? And you spread it out over 1 year. You take 5 first, and you learn the basics. Then you go and practice for a few months, okay? You come back to the channel and you watch some tutorial videos, and you go practice by doing paper trading. Because right now the stock markets and all these other markets, they're not in the right conditions to take big trades, but you can definitely paper trades whether the market is moving to the upside or to the downside. No books will teach you how to read and understand the price action. You have to practice it. Believe me, if anyone says, oh, with 3 lessons you'll be fine, oh, if I read this, I'll watch these many videos, I'll be fine. No. You need to stay in any market, and you have to stay in it for at least a year to be able to understand the price action. And that's if you're retail. Okay, if you've been in the markets before, you might catch it even, might not even need 10 lessons. With 5, you'll be fine. Okay, so that is what I'm offering. How to read the minimum number of indicators that you need. You don't have to depend on market ciphers. You don't have to depend on hash ribbons. Nothing. Just the price action, and that is it. Right? So that is what I will be offering. Okay, so if anyone is interested, please join the Telegram group, and the link is in the description below. DM me and I will get you started. Right? Now, I know the market conditions are not right, but I want to keep Anchor Protocol on your radar. I do like this project. I've been following it ever since it was sitting at $4, but too skeptical at that time to make a trade. Okay, too skeptical. And I don't like fishy situations, so I kind of waited. But I honestly do like what I see here. This is one of the strongest charts that I can find. One of the strongest charts. Now, if only the market conditions were right enough, I would be prepared to take a risk on this thing. And it is absolutely beautiful. Okay, we got just by looking at the price action, You got one bottom here, the second bottom. This is good. Okay, so initial crash, retrace, and then reaccumulation phase. Okay, you all know this theory, right? That I always project. We pull the Fibonacci's, and we can see how it gets rejected at every single critical level on the Fibonacci's. Okay, and that is one key aspect of finding if the coin is in retrace or it's in a downtrend. Okay, you can see the first rejection here, the second rejection at the 618 and the 702, came back down, the retrace to the 0.5, double top right there, and got rejected, did a full 1-to-1 retrace. Okay, now if only the market conditions are right, I will be happy to take this trade if it holds $2. Okay, definitely keep an eye on this thing. I will be personally, and if I look at the weekly indicators, these are absolutely beautiful, man. Honestly, they're beautiful. Okay, because look, we got the sell pressure that is decreasing. Okay, the bright is turning into dark. Stochastics are damn low, and this is a couple weekly charts. It takes a couple of months, but the RSI is just crossing about 50 level. Okay, so what I do expect is this to cross above 50 and do some retrace. Now, the price does not have to break down, or does not have to break above $4 for the RSI to be at 50. Okay, it can just be sitting at 350, 320, and the RSI is already crossed. But one thing the RSI will definitely do after crossing the 50 level is to do a back test. Maybe 48, maybe 46. Okay, this will be the key. Now, because we got the two rejections right here in this area, the RSI will definitely come back and test the support. And that, for me, if it holds, it's a good entry. Okay. Now, we saw this something similar like this in API before I posted the call, and that blasted through the roof. So we got almost 110%. Right. So watch Anchor Protocol. I do like the project. But yeah, make sure that the market conditions are right, guys. Good. We talked about FTM. I did say FTM was done for the cycle. It came all the way back down. Yeah, all the way back down, hit all my target levels, even the trend line. Okay, I don't trust FTM, and I'm so glad that one of my friends who came on the stream, you know him as Jesse, he took profits right when it was at about $3 and $2.80. So he did not miss his 10x. Now, OMG is one of the coins that I do like, but again, I gotta wait and see how this thing eventually plays out. Okay, I gotta wait on this thing. Nothing is perfect, so the minor changes. We'll see how it closes the next 2 days before we make a trade. Okay, but again, it did play out as it was projected to drop again. So one of the strongest charts I can find besides Anchor. Not a big fan of ICP, even though I thought it was gonna make huge gains, but after wasting some time holding this coin, I decided not to pursue it anymore. Now, simple chart, it looks weak. Okay, to me that looks very weak. I don't know how many months it will need for accumulation, so I gave up on it. Okay. Let me check on gold quickly. I'm going to be watching closely. See how the daily closes and how it plays the next two candles. Remember, this fractal is from this area previously. Okay, from its first top that it got. Hold on, where is the weekly chart? In 2011. Okay, remember, this is where it was. Okay, so we gotta watch this thing. Even though it does look like a bull flag, but I do personally think it needs a little bit more price action to be turned into a bull flag. Right, this is a weekly chart, so it can take a couple of months. And by looking at the market cap of this thing, I would say at least 12 months for it to go all the way up to that price. Okay. Silver, I do think, is one of the undervalued commodities that there exists. Okay. I think silver is one of those that is going to range in here and will have a big potential, slightly higher than gold, to be honest, in the next 10 years. Okay, so watch for this, but I'm a bit concerned, and I would personally look to buy this thing around 19 and 18. Okay, that's where I've been kind of projecting it, because for one last time before it goes to the upside, it's because when I pull the Fibonacci's, it kind of looks like a retrace. Initial crash, retrace, and then reaccumulation. So, to be honest, that is what I'm thinking. Okay, that is what I am thinking on silver. It will not go much lower than 18. I think so. I highly doubt it. It might go way below 18. Okay, I think silver is done. It's going to end once this is sort of like, it'll be the final reaccumulation phase for this. Maybe just a bit more extended version. And then slowly go, and then eventually blast off. Okay, so now the rally prior to capitulation got the rejection from 786, 702. Let's see how the 618 rejects it, or if it breaks through it. If it gets rejected again, it's definitely looking to come back down. Okay, to reaccumulate a bit more. But yeah, if you definitely see it under 20s, it's for accumulation. Okay, it's nothing else beside it. And if you can even buy some silver coins at that price, if you can find it, do so. Okay, not financial advice, of course, but do look to buy these. Now, I do hold silver and gold myself. Okay, and that's why I can say it's a pretty good commodity to be invested into. Okay, now see, this is what I meant. See how it crossed over the 50 into 54 and then back tested 48? It already happened. Anchor protocol is actually very bullish. This is a cup, however. It's making sort of like an inverse cup and handle, the Adam and Eve. If it comes back down and retests, it's going to make a right shoulder, and it will be good to go to the upside. It is looking bullish, like I said. It's one of the coins that I do like. It has potential. I think it can hit about $8. $8 and $9. That would be the range to take profits at. And it's basically anything above $6. You get multiple sell orders. 620, 7, 8, 9, and you'll be done. Okay, I don't think it's going to go into 100x potential from here, but It does look healthy. Just simply looking at the chart, it looks beautiful. Okay, so this is a coin that you need to keep on radar. Right. Let me take a look at Bitcoin on the smaller time frame. See what it's doing. Okay, it is getting rejected. We need to see it hold 35k, 34k. Let's see what it does. We'll give it a few more days until this whole debacle settles from Russia, and we'll see what to do. Alright guys, questions, type them in the comment section below. I want to know what you guys are looking at, and if there's any suggestions I can provide, I'll be happy to do so. Oh, look at that. My projection filled. Damn. It dropped exactly to 009. I do think the market needs a couple of days to settle. Without it, I don't think there is much we can do. Yeah, there is not much info I can give you guys. You gotta be patient and just wait. We need more story in the market, and you gotta be sure that the previous lows are not taken out. Okay, so the previous low for DOT is sitting at about $10. Pay 1031, the exact prices. Now we gotta be sure that XRP doesn't take out the low of 51 or 50 cents. You gotta be sure Bitcoin doesn't take out the low from 28,500. Right, so we'll just wait. We'll be a bit patient. We need a few more candles, but you know what? Use the time and make the plan of getting out the coins on the next bounce, next strong bounce that you don't want to hold. Because either they've done a big percentage this year, like Sand, Mana, and or just your coin hasn't done anything yet. Okay, and these will be like the meme coins, like we're talking about Too Crazy and Spell and all these, right? So make a plan, use the time. Now, the other day I spoke about Fear and Greed Index being a sort of a pendulum. Okay, now notice how this news just kind of came out with Russia and Ukraine. It bounced all the way from 52 down to 23. Okay, it's less than a half. So it had to go up to 50 only to bounce that hard to the downside. Okay, now let's see where it stops. 18 to 22 seems like the range that it usually holds. Okay, and then we'll see what the market does then before we take any trades. Now, no financial advice, of course, because I'm not a licensed financial advisor. If you're a safe trader, a risk adverse type of person, then definitely take your time to first make a plan and then trade. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna go get some rest because this cold is kind of making me tired. But follow me on Twitter, join the Telegram group, the link is in the description below. Hit the like button and the subscribe button so you'll be notified on the upcoming videos. Alright, and you will come to the group, guys. You're gonna have a good time, a lot of helpful people, a lot of decent people, and if you want to take some tutoring, do definitely hit me up in the Telegram as well, or even on Discord. I am available on Discord. Alright, and really important, guys, tomorrow stay tuned because we're gonna have a guest on the channel. Alright, and we'll get some insights on how to be an excellent trader. Alright, so that is it for today, people. Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay blessed. I'll catch you in the next stream or in the Telegram group. Alright, thanks, guys. Well, as soon as I'm about to leave, there was a massive jump in people trying to come into the stream. No worries, Carmen. Thank you for coming in. Now, if you got any questions, or you can hit me up. And I really appreciate you making it to the stream today. I'm gonna check the NFT dominance, see what NFT market is doing. I'm gonna see how well NFT is doing. Later on, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, guys, take it easy. I'm gonna be out of here. Get some meds and some rest.